Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 da, 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 dun, dun. Yeah, that music has been stuck in my head ever since I walked out of my screening for this film. Hey guys, this is Frozen Things Stews here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, I'm going to be doing a review on Poor Things. So, Poor Things is the latest film from director Yorgos Lanthimos, who you may know as the director um, of the Lobster, which is initially my favorite Yorgos Lanthimos film, The Killing of the Sacred Deer, and The Favorite, and it stars Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, William Dafoe, Rami Youssef, and some other actors. Margaret Qualley is in this, etc. And so, yeah, Poor Things tells the story of this unorthodox scientist named Godwin Baxter, who brings back to life this woman named Bella Baxter, who is apparently pregnant, but at the start of the film, you see her jump off a bridge, and commit suicide, but yeah, the Godwin Baxter brings her back to life. But yeah, considering that she died while pregnant, Godwin Baxter replaces Bella's brain, big adult brain with her child's brain, and so therefore it makes Bella Baxter pretty retarded, but not in an insulting way. Yeah. She basically has a babyish mind, so she does a lot of. So throughout the first 30 minutes of the film, you'd see her do a lot of childish things and give everyone a hard time. And so yeah, this guy named Max McCandles is hired to take care of Bella and yeah, pretty much that. And yeah, he's hired to take care of Bella, and Bella basically learns more in order to let her mind develop. And so yeah, as she gets to learn more stuff, she grows to be a little more aggressive, and yeah, she meets a new boyfriend named Duncan Wedderburn, played by Mark Ruffalo, who takes Bella on a journey around the world to places like Lisbon, Paris, and there's another place. I think there's another place, but I forgot what it was. But if you guys know, let me know. And so yeah, she learns. So throughout her adventure, around the world, she learns like a lot of things, like a lot of heavy things, like adult minded things, like prejudice, and the darkness of the world, and also the world of sex. Yeah, so that's basically a plot for it. So yeah, Poor Things is actually one of those films that I've been very much anticipating. Yeah, as you know, at the time back in December, there was no how do I say this, there was no release date yet. So I was like thinking, is Poor Things actually going to release in my country? And so I actually tried to watch this movie online on camcording, but unfortunately there was no unfortunately that no wait, there was a camcording recording of this film version on HDday.cc, but unfortunately the copy that I got sucks. Yeah, it fucking sucks. And it yeah, I tried to watch a bit of it, but it looked so unwatchable and unbearable that I couldn't really take it. So I was like, oh boy, either I have to like wait for this movie in theaters or digital HD. Yeah, so my cinephile cousin saw this film on Film Fest back in November. There is actually a film fest where they show a bunch of art house films that my country doesn't really play. And a part of the film fest is actually Poor Things. Yep. Like if I knew, I actually wish I go see the premiere for Poor Thing. I go see the screening for Poor Things, the film fest screening. I wish I did, but unfortunately, yeah. Yes. Well, I saw Poor Things. Wait, no, not there yet. So yeah. And then my cousin told me that this is one of the funniest movies he's ever seen, and all the audiences was and the entire crowd was bursting through laughter nonstop. Yeah, that's what I was told. So I was expecting, I had high expectations specifically for the comedy. But yeah, but recently, back in last month, they actually did announce that Poor Things would actually have a release date. In the Philippines, and it's on February 14. Yep, the same day as Madam Web. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Oh, Frozen, how come you saw Madam Web at opening day, but this you didn't? Okay, well, here's why. Yeah, Madam Web is much shorter though. Madam Web has a shorter runtime. And yeah, and also yeah, Wednesdays when it comes me watching movies on the weekday, I normally watch movies that are under 2 hours, so that it wouldn't really bother my schedule that much. My mom doesn't really want me to be home late, but I don't, as much as I'd love to watch movies on the weekend by my weekdays by myself. I don't want it to interfere with my I don't want it to affect my school schedule, because I'd sure get a lot of trouble for it. But yeah, like not only if I watch the movie opening, they I would actually end up being late, or maybe even like it would even feel like I'm dropping out, because there's no good schedule. Like all the schedules were like clashing with my class time, which is mostly in the afternoon. So yeah, Madam Web did have a schedule that where I could just watch it and then go straight to school and no problem. So that's why I saw it first before Poor Things. I was actually supposed to watch Poor Things in the weekend, but unfortunately I couldn't because I had to do something. But now I saw it yesterday, and what do I think of Poor Things? Well, like I say, Poor Things is a fucking masterpiece. I love Poor Things. Yeah, yeah. As much as Oppenheimer is like the biggest awards contender of the year, that's been constantly winning Best Pictures on like so many award shows, and may win Best Picture at the Oscars. Poor Things is actually the second biggest award contender. Yes, especially with the Oscars. This is the second most nominated film, and I gotta say, all of that is well deserved. Yeah, all of that, yeah, is absolutely well deserved. Yeah, and yeah. As for my quick thoughts on Yorgos Lanthimos' other films, I mean, Killing of the Sacred Deer is a great film. The Favorite, I wasn't it was good but not great, though I may give that one a chance, though. Still screw the Oscars for giving Olivia Colman the Best Actress win over Lady Gaga, by the way. But I gotta say, this is Yorgos Lanthimos' best film yet, and no other films he directed come close. Yeah. Yeah. One thing I've heard about when one thing I've heard from a lot of reviews is that this movie is similar to Barbie. Yep, Barbie. That movie. Yeah, how it's and I was like, huh, interesting. But I can actually see I can actually see its similarities with this and Barbie. Yeah, yeah. Both Bella Baxter and Barbie have have the similar character traits, as they're there are women inside inside a fantasy like world, like an unrealistic world, like a magical environment where they want to see the real world, and so they go to the real world, and throughout the journey they discover themselves, and they discover they learn about womanhood, and about the how bad the world is, like how toxic the world can be, with themes prejudice and a lot of other themes and all that stuff. Yeah, yeah, both movies have that. Only difference is that Poor Things is a more mature and less blockbustery version of Barbie. But but yeah, comparing the two, comparing both movies, is which one do I think is better? Honestly, I still prefer Barbie slightly more. Yeah, Barbie is just too good. And I'd probably just rewatch Barbie more. But I would say Poor Things is objectively the better movie. And yeah, by the way, remember in my best movie, remember in my out of the theater reaction for this film where I said that where like I was debating if this would make my top 10 favorite movies of the year list or not. Well, I gotta say, after reflecting on it and thinking about it, hell yes, this movie would actually make my top 10 favorite movies of the year list. And if you saw my updated top 10 favorite movies of 2023 list, I put this movie on the list, though, even though it was at number 10, yeah. It's just that the number 9 spots, number 9 to 1 spots are just hard for this movie to beat. But I mean, considering that this year, 2023 had so much movies that I absolutely loved. Giving putting this one on the top 10 is a huge accomplishment. And not gonna lie, I did not expect this to be in the top 10 to go that far. So this movie certainly subverted my expectations. Although I will say that when it comes when it comes to the humor, the comedy, it's not as funny as my cousin made it out to be. It's not it wasn't one of the funniest movies. I did most of the time I was just rather chuckling and laughing. Maybe I would have laughed hard, but honestly I was just kind of tired, so I couldn't really get myself to laugh. I didn't really have the energy to laugh, but the jokes are certainly funny. Like, and I love how they've included some slapstick jokes. Like, for example, in the Lisbon party scene, which I will talk about later. Remember that scene when Duncan would punch a guy's face just for winking at Bella, and then every time a stranger approaches Bella and talk to her, Duncan would just beat the living crap out of him. Yeah, that one I actually did laugh out loud. That was the one scene I laughed out loud. And yeah, but there are actually way better elements to this than the comedy. Although it didn't make this movie didn't make me laugh hard, it was actually very entertaining throughout. Yeah, for an art house film, for an artsy film, this is very impressive. The fact that it kept me engaged, and there was no boring scene throughout. Yeah, I feel like at this point, yeah, I am actually starting to appreciate art house films a lot more. There was a period of time when I started watching art house films, I actually got bored with them. I mean, those movies actually put me asleep, and yeah, yeah. Though I'm sure you know what I mean by that. But now, yeah, I think art house films just keep growing on me and growing on me and growing on me. Yeah, I'm aspiring to become like a straight cinephile. I do view myself as a cinephile, though I feel kind of film bro-ish, so I'm trying to get that cinephile side on me. I'm working very hard and not look like a film bro. Um, but anyways, yeah. Emma Stone. Yeah, let's talk about Emma Stone. Yeah, people say that Emma Stone gave the best actress performance of the year, and would say that she should win best actress even over Lily Gladstone. For the longest time, but even before I saw it, so I was like insisting that Lily Gladstone would win the Oscars just because she's a diverse actress. She's a Native American, and I was floored by her performance in Killers of the Flower Moon. But wow, I mean, did Emma Stone just blow me away? Yeah. Now I was proven wrong. I think Emma Stone is the best leading actress performance in the Oscars in the best actress Oscars nomination. Yeah, Emma Stone is now my favorite of the nomination, and I actually do want her to win. Yeah, I mean, I heard people say that this is Emma Stone's best performance in general. No. That's La La Land is still Emma Stone's best performance, and that ain't changing. Though Bella Baxter would be a close second, definitely. Yeah, Emma Stone really tried something very different and unique with her performance. Considering that she had to act like a baby, she actually did act very childish perfectly, and so much so that you actually see a child in her, see a child with her. And throughout the first 1 hour, I actually did get kind of annoyed with Emma Stone's childish behavior, but she's supposed to be annoying. She's supposed to irritate you because she's still growing, and so she had a childlike mind at first. So yeah, but yeah, so yeah, I mean it when a movie actually make when a movie make you feel what the writers and directors wanted audiences to feel, then that's a good thing. And I can clearly see that clearly see that the director wanted audiences to get annoyed with Bella Baxter. But I think when it comes to Bella Baxter's maturity part, her performance just gets better from there. Like like for example, one of my absolute favorite scenes in the film was when was when this black guy, the guy in the ship, what's his name again? Harry, I think, yeah, Harry. When Harry showed Bella the poverty, and showed her like the real world and how cruel they are. Yeah, we see Bella Baxter have a mental breakdown as she was crying. Now that she learned the truth about what the world. Now she learned about the dangers of the world. She started crying really hard about it, and then Harry had to like hold her, and then like and something like that. Yeah, that was probably the best part of Emma Stone's acting in this acting performance in this film. I mean, wow. Wow. I still stand by calling Melissa Barrera my favorite leading actress performance. As she won Best Actress in my Frozen Awards 2024, but Emma Stone would be a close second. And I actually think she gave a better performance than Margot Robbie. Yeah, I will say that. Um, Bella Baxter in the front sequence, I actually related to her. Yeah, I actually related to Bella Baxter in the front scene. How exactly? I don't want to explain how I relate to her because it's actually for privacy reasons. So yeah. The supporting cast is also really good. Especially the two MCU actors. Yeah, Mark Ruffalo gave his best performance. Yeah, that is his entire career. Yes, even over his performance in the MCU and Spotlight. I love how over the top and crazy he is. Yeah, if you thought Emma Stone gave the most over the top and horny performance and wacky performance, oh boy, wait till you see Mark Ruffalo's performance, man. Yeah, he is so goofy throughout. He tends to overact, but in a good way. Like especially that scene when you saw in the trailer where the Duncan was like Bella Bella, and then you see him. And yeah, remember that one? Yeah, that was one of the scenes I actually legit laughed at. Yeah, and Mark Ruffalo really did something really clever and different with his performance. I also love though William Dafoe in this one playing something of a scientist himself. Get it? Yeah, scientist himself, and yeah, basically he's actually he does act like a Norman Osborn. The only difference is the face, which is visualized. Which is with the face and the fact that he's a good guy, not a bad guy. Yeah. And speaking of bad guys, man, I did not expect this movie to have a villain. Yeah. I mean, it could have been unnecessary and thrown in, but actually, there's a reason as to why there's actually a reason as to why there's an antagonist in this. I forgot the villain's name, honestly, not gonna lie. Yeah, I forgot his name, but yeah, he was there for a reason. Yeah, there's a reason this movie had one. It's not because it's thrown away. It's because it's because the movie allowed audiences to learn about Bella's past, and despite it's done in a talking way, we were explained, it's not done in an exposition way, as the movie does partially show it, and that's a good thing. Yeah. And yeah, we get to learn about what Emma Stone's life was Bella Baxter's life was in the past before she died, and yeah, that's something. And the reason why that the villain is the kind of villain he is because he was initially the OG Bella Baxter's wife. I think her name was Victoria, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he was Victoria's wife, and they're gonna have a baby, and then Bella jumped, and then so the husband was convinced that Bella turned her back against him. So yeah, and yeah, and yeah, man, that defeat scene is very intense, and all that stuff. Yeah, um, and yeah, what else? Oh, this has the best cinematography of 2023, hands fucking down. Yeah, this kind of a chance that Oppenheimer may win best cinematography, and I won't be surprised by that. But this seriously needs to win best cinematography at the Oscars. Man, the cinematography, it's one of those cinematographies that actually looks like a straight up painting. Yeah, everything about it in its frame, especially the Lisbon and Paris sequences, it looks like a freaking painting. And the way this movie and the way Yorgos Lanthimos directed this film, it kind of feels like it almost feels like a Wes Anderson film at times. It felt like Wes Anderson directing this at times, and that's a good thing. And that's a good thing. The film's runtime and pacing is just perfect because, like what I said, I was never bored. I was engaged throughout, and the pacing actually runs smooth without being too fast or too slow. It was just right. And yeah, the Lisbon scene is definitely my favorite scene of the film. Specifically, is the scene with Bella and Duncan dancing. Yeah, the dancing is hands down my favorite scene in the entire film. So yeah, and yeah, that's all. So overall, yeah, Poor Things is nothing more than the masterpiece, and honestly, a perfect film. This is the film that's going to be classic for the ages. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. There are excess amount of sex scenes and nudity in this film, and I mean they are heavy. So not everyone would feel comfortable watching this one, but for me, I totally felt comfortable and engaged throughout. So yeah, this is worthy of being my. This definitely deserves to be my 10th favorite film of the year so far, and yeah, and this movie truly deserves a 5 out of 5 rating from me. Perfect movie. So also for my review of Poor Things, what are your thoughts on the film? Would you agree with me that is the masterpiece, or do you think that this movie is a bit overrated? And what's your favorite Yorgos Lanthimos film? Yeah, if I were to rank Yorgos Lanthimos' films, I would say number 4 is The Favorite, number 3 is The Killing of a Sacred Deer, number 2 is The Lobster, and number 1, of course, Poor Things. So yeah, comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more videos to come. Stay tuned for the continuation of my Frozen Awards. I do plan on making a video about the Marvel and Sony drama on Spider-Man 4, but I'll think about it. And my next movie review shall be the next movie I'm seeing in theaters, the Holdovers, and and also yes, I will review Avatar: The Last Airbender series, and I might do a video talking about the shows I've been watching because I haven't really done a TV show review in a while. So anyways, yeah, bye guys.